Hello guys, Robert1 here, coming at you with a hand testing video today, testing out hands with my hero deck. So, yesterday I did the deck profile of heroes. Link to that will be in the description below if you want to see the deck profile. I do go very in-depth with that video, telling you all the reasons for why I play specific ratios in this deck, and all of everything like that. So, I hope you enjoy that video, but today we are going to be doing some hand tests to see basically what we can get with heroes, how well we can do. We're going to roll the dice to see if we'll go first or second. First roll will be us, second roll will be opponent. And we're just going to do some hand tests, see what we can do. So first roll is us with a 5, second roll is opponent with a 4. So we'll be going first with this test hand. I'll probably do like 3 test hands, just to showcase some of the combos, see what we can do. So that's 5 cards. Let's see what we get to go first. Now, this is actually a very good hand. This hand basically has everything we could possibly need for the starting hand. So let's start off and get right into this combo, I think. Now, this obviously is a turn 1 Darklaw hand, but the way you do it is it's not the best, but it is a good way to get to there. So we start off with the E-Emergency Call, which is going to go ahead and grab us our Elemental Hero Solid Soldier. So we got Solid Soldier in the hand. So Solid Soldier. We then normal Solid Soldier effect will special summon Stratos. Stratos effect will trigger. Going ahead and adding to our hand Vision Hero Faris. We then go ahead and use the Faris effect to special summon itself by discarding a hero. We'll discard Bubble Man because we do want to keep the Honest Neos to essentially have the boost for our Shadow Mist. And then Faris will trigger, placing the Vision Hero Increase. Increase effect will tribute Faris, special summon, and then Increase's effect will trigger to special Vion. Vion's effect will activate, and we'll go ahead and send to grave our Destiny Hero Malicious. Now, we'll go ahead and use the Vision Hero Vion, banishing the Vision Hero Faris to search Polymerization. Wherever it is, there is. Okay. So we've now got the Polymerization in hand. We'll go ahead and link these two, summoning out our Extra Hero Cross Crusader, and using its effect to special summon the Malicious. Now we'll use the Cross Crusader to tribute the Malicious, to go ahead and search out a Shadow Mist. So we've got the Shadow Mist in hand now. And now we will go ahead and Polymerization, fusing the Shadow Mist and the Solid Soldier into our Vision Hero Adoration. And then we'll use the Solid Soldier's effect, not using the Shadow Mist effect, very important, and special summon the Shadow Mist. Okay, now we use the Shadow Mist effect, which we'll go ahead and add to our hand. Mask Change. And guys, now there is 2 ways you can go from here. You can either play around the super polymerization that your opponent could potentially have, or you could just go into the Cross Decimator. Now, I'm going to play it as if my opponent's playing a Grand Mardu deck and could potentially have the super polymerization. So we're going to go ahead and link these two into a Wonder Drive, essentially ending us on a board where we have a Cosmic Cyclone set to potentially disrupt any opponent's plays, like if they're playing Striker, Area Zero, or the multi-roll. We have the Mask Change, which will get reset off the Wonder Driver once we Mask Change the Shadow Mist into a Darklaw, and we have an Honest Neos to boost the Darklaw. So, and we also get to search, which will most likely be a Captain Gold that we search, just because Captain Gold will just generate us a free advantage, being that we get to make Malicious Bane. So, turn 1 test hand, we ended on our Darklaw. Let's just put the Darklaw on the board, because we can. We ended on Darklaw with the Wonder Driver, which, with that combination of cards, obviously, was very useful. It was basically a 2.5 combo, a 2.5 card combo, where we needed to have a way to get to Solid Soldier, and a hero for Faris, with the Stratos in hand, of course. So, First hand is not bad. Very good test. We were able to end on the turn 1 Darklaw that we wanted. But let's see what happens when we go second now. We're going into game 2. we're going into game 2 now, so we're going to go ahead and test out a going first hand again, going second hand. Because obviously we're playing heroes. If they think we can make that kind of board going first, then they're not going to let us go first twice. So let's see what we can get. So shuffle this up very well. Make sure it's very well shuffled, just to ensure that there's no difficulties. Okay, so we've shuffled up our 5 cards, drew new 5 cards, and we're going second. So going second, we haven't opened the best hand because of, obviously, we haven't opened any way to disrupt our opponent, but we have opened a lot of ways to play. So we'll draw for turn, and this hand is very good, actually. So let's go ahead and start off by activating an E-Emergency Call. They might negate this. Let's say they do, just for heaven's sake, and then activate a second one. If they somehow negate this as well, that's negated. So these 2 cards have been negated. That's how we're going to play it, because of, normally you'll see your opponent having a board with 2 disruptions, and if I'm activating 2 equal, they're bound to negate one of them anyway, so against something like Orcust, this will definitely be negated. Or actually, they could wait for one of these, but it really just depends on personal preference. So let's just say, for now, heaven's sake, these have been negated. So we're going second. We're going to go ahead and start off by discarding Malicious to summon our Forest. Forest's effect will trigger, putting an increase in the spell and trapcard zone. Increases effect will tribute out the Forest, and with this, we're going for an OTK here, essentially. And then Forest's effect will trigger, summoning Vision Hero, wherever he is, Vion. And then Vion's effect will go ahead and send a Shadow Mist. Now, because we're going second, we don't need to use we don't actually need to search out a Mars change. So we're going to use the effect of Shadow Mist this time to go ahead and add our Evil Hero, Adjust to Gold. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and use the Vision Hero Vion, which will banish the Forest. No, actually, it won't banish the Forest. It'll banish the Shadow Mist, because we need the Forest as a banish for the Dark Calling. So now that we've done that, we'll go ahead and add the Polymerization. So add Polymerization. And we'll go ahead and also discard Captain Adjust to Gold to add to our hand Dark Calling. Okay. Once we've done that, we'll go ahead and link these two, summoning out our Cross Crusader, and using Cross Crusader to summon back the Destiny Hero Malicious, and then tribute the Malicious, to go ahead and search out an Elemental Hero, Stratos. Alright, now that we've got the Stratos, we're going to go ahead and normal the Solid Soldier and use the effect to summon out our Elemental Hero Stratos. Now, depending on what kind of board our opponent has, if they've got back row, you'll use the effect to pop the back row, just to kind of stop them from having that kind of back row to essentially deal with that, because they could be potentially holding back row for a key part of the combo. Or you can use the search effect. Now, because we're going second, I'm going to say we're going to try and pop some back row, because we're going to try and pop 2 back row that they could potentially have, just so we can ensure that they don't have any way to stop us. So we go ahead and do that, and we then go ahead and use Polymerization. Now, because we have Malicious Bane, we're going to fuse these two and summon out Vision Hero Adoration. Once you've made our Adoration, you're going to use the effect of Solid Soldier, which is going to go ahead and summon back the Elemental Hero Stratos. Stratos' effect will trigger, allowing us to get a search this time. And you can really add anything here. It doesn't really matter, seeing as we've already got one of the key cards. We've already got the Honest Neos. But if you didn't have the Honest Neos, you would add the Honest Neos. But in this case, we're just going to go ahead and add another Stratos for the next turn if he does somehow stop us still. So we add the Stratos. Then we're going to go ahead and use the Dark Calling, which will go ahead and banish the Forest and Adjust to Gold, summoning out our Evil Hero Malicious Bane. Then Bane will trigger, destroying whatever monsters they have on board. And then finally we use Stratos and and Cross Crusader, summoning our extra hero Dread Decimator, and then we have basically got an OTK there. We've got well over 8k, plus they're all getting a boost of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 attack. So we've basically got what 34, 31, and 3600 attack on board, which is well over 10k and is going to kill them. Plus we've got the Honest Neos to boost them even more by an extra 300 each, and also by 2500 on any one that I choose. So going second, obviously if they don't negate the equals and they try to negate something else, it can be a very different kind of hand. But for that sake, I wanted to just say that they did, so I could show you essentially an OTK board if they do have some disruptions. But yeah, so that's that test hand. We're going to do one more test hand just to showcase what the deck can do. We're going to say we go first, or we're going to roll the die for it actually, because we're not going to say who goes first, who goes second. We're just going to roll the die, see what happens, and test depending on that. So we got a 3, opponent gets a 5, so we'll be going second again. And let's see what we can get going second. Now, this deck is obviously built to go first and second because it makes Darklaw turn 1 and on opponent's turn it has like hand traps and stuff. So hopefully we can see some hand traps this time, because that's the kind of the hand that we want to be seeing to prevent our opponent from being able to stop us. So draw some cards. Nibiru. Okay, so obviously we're going to have the Nibiru. So we're going to say the Nibiru is on board and we tributed their monsters and the token is in defense. I'm not sure. We won't say what the tokens of defense or attack points are because we don't really know. But we can get over them no matter what with this type of hand. So we'll obviously draw for turn. We draw Stratos. Okay, so this hand is essentially we just OTK them outright. So we start off with the reinforcements of the army. Because they went first, they could have some back row, they might not, but we're going to say that they might negate this, because it's a one-of, and it's obviously something that they would potentially negate. We're then going to attempt to activate the equal. Now, the chances of them negating an equal is very unlikely at this point, because obviously they know that our whole board is done. Plus, if they can't, there's very few cards that they could use to negate the equal at this point. So we're going to say that the equal resolves this time. Plus, they don't have multiple disruptions anymore because we've been able to clear majority of them with Nibiru. So we'll go ahead and use the equal. Equal will go ahead and get us the Solid Soldier again. Solid Soldier being a very key card in this combo in these at times because it just allows us to get that free summon off it as effect. We'll then go ahead and normal summon the Solid Soldier, summoning out the Stratos. Stratos' effect will trigger, allowing us to go ahead and get Vision Hero Forest. Vision Hero Forest's effect will go ahead and discard the Bubble Man, summoning out the Vision Hero Forest. So Forest's effect will go ahead and place Increase, tributing the Forest to summon the Increase. Summon the Vial. Viol's effect will trigger, sending to grave Destiny Hero Malicious. Alright. We've already got the Polymerization, so we don't need to use this effect, so we'll just go straight ahead and link these two into Cross Crusader. Cross Crusader's effect will trigger, summoning back the Mali, then we'll tribute the Mali. Searching out a Shadow Mist. Now, because we don't know what the token's attack is, I'm gonna say it's an over 5k. Just because we don't actually know what the token's attack or defense is, we're gonna say that. Just because obviously it could be a big monster and it could not be a big monster. So just for sake, we're gonna say it's about 8k defense. And I'm saying that because we can get over it. It's just like it's the best number to say with this sort of situation. So we're gonna go ahead and activate Polymerization, fusing Shadow Mist, Stratos, and Solid Soldier to make Vision Hero Trinity. Now, Vision Hero Trinity obviously is 5k instantly, but then we gotta make Chainlinks. So Chainlink 1 will be Solid Soldier, Chainlink 2 will be Stratos. This has to be Chainlink 2 for this, because this is going to summon Stratos, and Stratos is a 1 effect, so if you're not summoning it as a Chainlink 1, you will not get the Stratos effect. So, we'll go ahead and resolve these effects. Shadow Mist effect will trigger resolve first, searching us a Evil Hero Adjuster Gold. Solid Soldier's effect will resolve, summoning us Stratos. Stratos' effect will then trigger, searching us an Elemental Hero card. We'll go ahead and search the Elemental Hero Neos. Now we're going to go ahead and use the Adjuster Gold to discard to go ahead and search us a Dark Calling. Okay, once that is done, we're going to go ahead and link these two, summoning out the the Dread Decimator. We're going to then use Dark Cooling, banishing our Faris and our Evil Adjuster Gold to summon out Evil Hero Malicious Bane. Now, we have got this boosting these two. We've got a Nibiru on board, and essentially these are being boosted by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attack, 800 attack each. Now, we'll go into the battle phase, discard the Honest Neos, boosting this to 8300 attack the token to kill the token. Then we'll go in for game with our Malicious Bane, Nibiru, and Dread Decimator. Now, obviously, this could be stopped. It's obviously a board that can very easily be stopped by certain cards, but this is just the combo that I wanted to showcase, seeing as we basically would have gotten rid of a ton of our opponent's preventions with Nibiru, and just have access to so many other cards. But guys, that is the video. Please tell me what you think of this deck. Tell me what you think of the combos. Tell me if you guys are taking any notes from this. There are obviously turn 1 combos where you can end on boards which are like this, where you have like Dark Claw, Absolute Zero with like Mask Change to make the Acid as well, to then just board wipe on the opponent's turn. There are deck boards where you can end on stuff like this, but this is just the most consistent boards that I'm able to make with this deck. It's a very good deck, and I really do hope you guys check out the deck profile. It'll be in the comment section below, listed as last video, so if you want to see that, check the description out, go to the video. It's a very good deck profile. But guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it and learned some combos with your hero deck. But yeah guys, thank you so much. Rollback1 signing out. Later, guys.